and welcome. This is Madhurima Kaur from Adgully. Today we have with us Mr. Anurag Sachdeva, founder and CEO of Xtendr. So, hello, sir, welcome, and thank you for being in our platform. Sir, starting with the discussion, my first question to you is like, can you take us to the journey of Xtendr so far, including its brand vision and business outlook?
Yes, but before I start, Madhurima, thank you very much. And I'm Anurag. You don't need to add more salutations than sir and madam and things like that. I think that's like too much of a formality being added. So talking about Extender, we started the journey it's been a little over 4 years. We are almost like 4 years and 3 months young now. And we started Extender with the whole vision of augmenting probably vision was to augment the human vision through augmented reality and artificial intelligence. And we believe that multiple things which are sitting in the consumer's plain eyesight, when put it through a smart lens, it could be their smartphone or it could be a wearable, uh, how the world can be made more beautiful, engaging, interactive by simply marrying the whole digital and the physical world. I would say bits and atoms being brought together.
Okay. And how is Extender revolutionizing brand engagement and storytelling by utilizing augmented reality? And how is it transforming customer touchpoints into immediate, immersive, and interactive destinations?
Okay, see, probably we are moving to a time that everything is becoming interactive, right? Digital has made everything interactive. So I would not say that we are making everything interactive. It is a given. If something is not interactive, a consumer cannot do with it, it's something wrong which we are doing, anybody who's doing it. So in fact, now there are many companies who started to do, when we started to do, we were the only one in the whole region per se itself. That means people do not have to download any applications. People can open up a new world, which is phygital in nature. It's
Hmm.
not digital, it's not physical, but phygital. And
Hmm.
people can make the experiences more immersive. Like
Hmm.
people can be a part of the experience, or experience can actually become a part of the consumer journey environment, the way things are. So that is when we started, and we started doing a lot of things. Now we are working with almost like 70 plus brands in India, and delivering and India, Middle East, and Southeast Asia, actually multiple geographies. And we're saying that interactive is a given, and it's important that you make it like very immersive as well. And when you make it immediate, is like when you convert any physical touch point into a digital touch point. That means engagements can start from there, so they become immediate as well. Can't hear you, Madhurima.
Okay. Uh, yeah, can you hear me, sir, now?
Yes, Anurag. Yes.
Yeah. 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 What are the key strategies which are employed by Extender for delivering this immersive experiences and for engaging the consumers?
Okay. See, we keep it very simple. Two aspects, that everything which is given to the consumer should be very simple and should be a surprise element. We do not want to make it very complex. But what we do at the back end is, how do we bring the 3D play? And how do we code? Like, technology is a very horizontal play. Every time an engagement is created for a brand to take it to the consumer, besides keeping it simple, and it should be a surprise, a positive surprise for the consumer, we want to keep things in a manner that technology is completely agnostic. Like, the consumer would not come to say, hey, I am interacting with augmented reality. Hey, I am actually doing with generative AI, these money LLMs. Consumers believe, okay, this is a new way of immersive engagement, and I'm going to be doing things which I've not done before. And what we do at the back end is, we make technology the horizontal play, various formats of generative AI, integrating many of the LLMs, and bringing augmented reality so that every engagement can be made personalized. So what I'm saying is, so Madhurima, it's like three of us or four of us, we go to the same place. We see the world the similar manner, as in with the naked eye. But with the digital lens, which is there in between, the world could look different. And at the same time, when the same engagement being done at four different places, you might be doing in your office, I'm doing in my home office here right now. Someone else is doing it outdoors, somebody is doing it day or night. Since the camera is open, the background changes. So the whole experience is also very personalized to the consumer.
Okay. And can you shed light on some of the results which have been achieved by creating these immersive experiences, and the kind of traction which have been received, the audience response?
Many, in fact, I will tell you, like yesterday, we were brought to discuss one of the world's first interactive hoarding we created. The hottest day in the world was considered to be last year, the India-Pakistan match happening in Ahmedabad. So Coca-Cola company for this Sprite brand for the
Hmm.
Thunder campaign had created hoardings which where you can actually scan it. The hoarding used to explode and
Hmm.
virtually, not really.
Hmm.
There were no explosions in
Hmm.
Ahmedabad that day, only virtually, which happened with Xtendr enabled. But what was coming out
Hmm.
was multiple ice cubes. As a
Hmm.
result of that, almost like 5.5, 6 million ice cubes were doled out into the streets of Ahmedabad to maintain the temperatures. The good thing is India won the match as well, a very comprehensive manner. But that is one. And we have
Means
done
it was
many.
done digitally.
People would open their phone, scan, and point towards the hoarding, and the hoarding used to explode. And
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
oh,
that's great.
but through this thing itself, we have been doing multiple print ads. Almost a year and a half back, we brought the
Hmm.
first print ad in India to be brought live uh,
Hmm.
in AR for
Hmm.
Mother Dairy. All the engagements that we have been doing, whether for Nestle, for Perfetti, for
Hmm.
for stationery companies like ITC, Classmate, for beverages, Coke, Thumbs Up, Sprite, Tata Gluco Plus, we talk about it. Any of the companies of Kimberly Clark, Warner Brothers, anything you talk about, like we've been covering the whole spectrum. The beauty is every engagement is measured in minutes. Whereas one platform of digital actually is measuring engagements in seconds. Here,
Hmm.
the immersive media is making engagements in minutes. You know, because
Okay.
it's very, it's consumer comes and sees the world and does it the way it is. It is not like
Hmm.
watching a video, like three of us watch a video, we watch it
Hmm.
the same manner, right?
Yeah.
What we consume is different, but we watch the same manner. Here, the
Yeah.
not just the consumption, but also the experience of experiencing the experience is different. You know,
Okay. And what are the challenges which are encountered while creating these immersive experiences? And how do these immersive experiences increase ROI for brands, establishing lasting connection with the consumers? How is it different from the traditional marketing communication?
I would not say challenges. I would put it because, as a company, we have been growing every year. So had there been a challenge, we would not be growing. I would say the opportunity is larger, but still, like any new technology adoption, it has been growing. Every year, we see more and more brands are taking up into it. you know they want to explore around it. I would not say, again, there has been a challenge or an issue, but I would say this is an opportunity which is becoming bigger with every passing day which has been going on. Why brands have been growing, why this business has been growing for Extender, why we pioneered the whole thing and more companies are wanting to
Hmm.
get into this space, for the simple reason, as I said, the making engagements not just interactive but also immediate and immersive is actually helping brands hold the audiences longer. It's not about
Yeah.
seconds, it's about minutes. And
Yeah.
if you're able to hold an audience for minutes, you
Hmm.
know, make a canvas bigger, because
Hmm.
when you look at mobile screen, you don't measure it by in immersive media by the size of the screen,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
the space of your living room, the
Hmm.
playground
Hmm.
where you are,
Hmm.
that becomes your canvas for the consumer. So you're able to hold the audience for a very long time. And as a result of that, you're getting engagements, brand ROI, which is multiple times. It's like, if some of the platforms are creating ads which are like few seconds,
Hmm.
here,
Hmm.
which are like less than in single digit, here you are talking about minutes, and going on.
Yeah. And so, coming to my next question, what is the future of marketing technology and immersive experiences, including the potential trends and opportunities for brands to explore?
See, if could predict the future, and anybody could predict the future, it would be
Hmm.
like that person would be multiple. billions sitting on it the day he or she comes out and says. But what we are seeing is there are many harbingers, there are indicators how things are happening. So is marketing
Hmm.
going away? No. Is technology going away? No. Is adoption of technology into the marketing increasing? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, the core remains the consumer and the
Hmm.
story a brand wants to tell. What technology enables is that how innovative, how differently you can bring that whole experience, narration of the story. You cannot change the narrative, you can just make it better. Like the idea remains the core, the consumer remains the core, the brand message remains the core. You
Hmm.
know, what we do is we embellish it using the whole technology piece and make it happen. So that is what is happening. If you see, the future is that more and more consumers are spending more time with their devices. As a
Hmm.
result of that, if I need to catch the consumer, I need to catch them through the device or into the device. You know, so that is what is the reality. Now, when you have to be in that space,
Hmm.
the device made the landscape, the canvas smaller. What augmented reality and artificial intelligence is doing is widening the canvas again because it's a world through the lens, through the smartphone of the consumer and not into it. And as a
Okay.
result of this, it is becoming a very important medium. Technology is becoming a very important medium overall.
Okay. And like, can you take us through the whole conceptualization process right from the time when an idea is being briefed to you, and how do you exactly execute it, and how do you make products objects talk in a way and like no one else, expressing stories of the products by the products in brief, you if you can share.
See, that's a different. So Extender operates in multiple domains, if you see, and one of the domains Extender operates, which is very distinguished, and we have been able to successfully do it in the Asian market, is making objects talk. Whether it's notebooks, whether it's confectionery packs, whether it's chocolates, whether it's beverages bottles, which is there, whether it's Red Bull cans, or whether it's ketchup. You name a category, and we have tried to do it. So what we say is, it is never see selling as the end of the journey for a physical product. What we say is see selling as the beginning of a conversation. Now, you try to do marketing to acquire a consumer, and the consumer ends up buying your product, right? We are not saying product always remains the hero. So we are not saying that we are making you sell the product. But what we are saying is if a consumer has bought your product, the conversation should start from there. It should not be the end of the journey. It should be the beginning of a conversation. And the most important real estate, which is that time, which is your brand and your consumer, is the product itself, you know. And we say you have to make that object talk, that product talk. It is not just about the physical label which stands on the pack or the printing which is there. You open a world completely around it. And that is where the difference starts happening, that you make them talk. Real world, no, they cannot. But in the next dimension, yes. So you make them talk, you make them do various things. Can I ask a consumer to jump inside the bottle or a pack? Yes. The virtual world allows that to happen. Play with the product inside, have a gamified engagement, have a journey, let people come to you for recipes around it, make it more entertaining. And this becomes a beautiful journey. That's where it happens.
Mm. And how impactful are these immersive experiences for brands, and what are the cost factors which are involved in this?
Well, I can't comment about how the market overall in the other geographies are pricing it, but we have kept it in a manner that it's never been an issue for a brand to try. I'm not saying that we are cheapest, but we have priced it right so that a brand should get the right ROI, a consumer should feel the rightfully engaged, and a brand should come back and do it. As a result of this, I would put it in this manner is that we do not have a single brand who has just worked with us once. Every brand is sitting at multiple times. They want to do multiple engagements around it, which has been going on. It's happening because their consumers are giving it a big thumbs up, at a tick. It is they are getting a good ROI, and they're able to hold audiences for a very long time.
Okay. And my second last question is like, can you share one such case study, of creating immersive experiences, which has received a huge response from consumers for
Multiple
any
of them.
brand?
Multiple of them. We created, a gaming destination for Chupa Chups, which was the first of its kind for Chupa Chups in the world. It was called Karte Raho Fun 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 Fun, and people kept coming back and engaging around it. Brand did not spend a single money on marketing. From the pack itself, brand consumers kept coming in. As a result of that, many countries across the globe they adopted it. ITC classmate. If you look at it, uh, notebooks, edutainment. It's all about learning has to be made fun. The whole world is talking about, you know, learning becomes a healthy addiction when it is fun. And all we want is every child to be addicted to learning. They should not, they should have fun while learning. And ITC classmate decided they should have augmented reality notebooks, and we have been powering all their titles, you know, and it's been growing. People engage with it. I'm writing something, I get bored, I scan. The whole world opens for me, which is subject. And I start learning about physics, maths, chemistry, biology, a lot of things around it, geography. Nestle, for the Milky Bar, they wanted to make the whole engagement to be more gamified around it, and also help children learn something more about it. So we married gamification and mathematics, gaming and arts, gaming and language. In augmented reality, it started to happen. Coca-Cola, for their thumbs up brand during the previous World Cup, wanted to take millions of consumers of India into the cricketers' locker room. We did that. Coke Studio. Studio cannot go to, you cannot invite every consumer to the Coke Studio, but millions of consumers ended up visiting the Coke Studio virtually by placing it, walking into it, and doing it. I think the cases are unlimited. What we have been doing. We did the print ad for Maruti, which was like few 100,000 people first time ever from a print ad actually started engaging with it. you know uh, Somebody wants to call it a mixed reality, somebody wants to call it an augmented reality, but the reality is that whatever consumers saw started interacting with it. We made it very simple.
Okay. So, how big is your team? And if I have to ask, and how has been the performance of Extender in 2023, and what are the growth targets and focus areas for 2024?
Okay. See, we are not a public listed company, so our numbers are not out, but every year we have been growing very decently, as I said. What I would put it this way, that our consumers have been funding Extender. We till date, we never had to go out into the market and seek funding because the consumers have been so happy. We have been honest to them that whatever they pay actually funds the Extender journey itself. Uh, what we are doing is we are again planning, and we are that's where we are working towards, that we are bringing newer ways to engage for the consumer, and that is where we are seeing the growth already started to happen in this year. And yeah, that's where it is. It is, we firmly believe technology is never measured by just by numbers, is not measured by the headcounts, it's not measured by the people. Technology enables multiple things around it, and that's what we have been doing.
Okay. Also, would you like to share your observations on the trends in the AR VR industry in India currently?
Well, the good thing is, if you see, if you look at the evolution of the technology, adoption of the technology which has been going on, and I come from it's been 24 years of working for me. If I look at it, the India never got 2G, it technically got 2.5G of, internet, which started to happen. That time, India was roughly around 10 years behind, give or take, if I remember correctly, before West got, 2.5G. Then we got 3G, which was like almost like 5 years lag of the Western world. 4G was like couple of years of lag of Western world. And 5G, if you see, we have been like almost, if you take out the COVID window, you would find lag to be like almost a year or at par with most of the world actually, or ahead of a lot of world itself. So I think the landscape is enabling a lot of things in that manner, that how technology is enabling, internet speeds are getting better. So what people have started to experience is that if I'm getting better speeds and I'm getting lower latencies, what 5G is doing is it's reducing the time, the latency. I should be able to do a lot more with it. And more people are coming out and they want to do virtual try-ons. They want to experience different way and engagement. They want, I cannot go somewhere, but can something come to me? Or can you transform my whole space around it? So that is where the consumer trend is changing, right? I would put it that the demand of the consumers with the technology is always increasing. That's fine. That's how consumers are, and that's what technology is doing. It's like roads are becoming better and highways are getting better. So the travel time is getting reduced in India. So that means as a result of it, if the digital highways are also becoming better, you need to give more experiences to the consumer. I mean, it cannot happen that the digital highway is like very broad and still I go on with my bullock cart. There's nothing wrong in it, but at least I should allow a better vehicle to go into it. So the experience cannot be what you offer at 2.5G, 3G. Experience also have to evolve. And that's what immersive media is actually doing. And people are also taking it. It's a very logical evolution which is happening for consumer.
Thank you, sir. That's all with my questions. It was really nice talking to you.
Likewise, and you kept calling me sir, and I kept saying that first name is good enough, Anurag. But Madhurima, I can probably, I'm trying, then I should start calling you ma'am, but we don't do that.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No,
But
no, no.
pleasure talking.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Done. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.